Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. It's been a minute since I've been live. I've had some issues going on in my family health-wise, and they're not going to turn out like we had hoped, but that's okay. It's going to be fine. So if you are a person of faith, my family would covet your prayers. Yeah. So that's what I'm going to say. The other thing is congratulations. It's May. It's graduation. To the little kindergartners who are so stinking cute. To the 8th graders who are just wonderful going into high school. To the ones that graduated from high school and have no clue what they're going to do. Welcome to college and adult life or trade school, whichever is your preference or what your jam is. And to the college graduates, congratulations, you did it. Now get out there and make your mark in the world. I appreciate you joining me today. I am Peggy, and I am your Seint makeup artist. I'm 68 years old, and I love using this one palette and one brush to create one layer of makeup on my face. Seint is cream makeup, which sets it apart from anything else that you've seen probably or used before. It's not at all to where this palette is custom color matched to me. Yours would look differently because each one of these tins would probably be a different shade than what mine are, because that's the beauty of this is with Seint, you are in control and it's your shades that are going to bring out the beauty in you. But just a little bit better. So what I'm going to do is start with this dark shade, and this dark shade is called Contour. So what I'm going to do is place it on the hard parts of my face, like my forehead. Now I know what you're thinking. Why is she putting mud on her face up there? Because we're creating shadows, we're defining the face, and we're giving it a little bit of definition. Now I'm just going to feel for the cheekbone, and I'm going to start and go right up towards the top part of my ear. There we go. Same thing over here. Feel for the cheekbone. Start at about the corner of the eye and just drag this contour up towards the ear. What we're doing is we are lifting the face and we're defining the face. Let's define that jawline, because what happens when you make a shadow here and you define the jawline? It brings the chin forward. You don't notice either that double chin or, like I have, that turkey neck as much. Again, I'm 68 years old, so, you know, it is what it is. So we're just going to come along the jawline. Now to camouflage my turkey neck, I am just going to come right down my neck. Now if you have a double chin, you just start like halfway between the ear, the bottom part of the ear, and where your marionette lines are. About halfway, and you come further down. You're just creating a shadow, and what that is going to do is make that chin come forward, and you're not going to notice that double chin quite as much. Now I'm going to put a little bit of contour on my pinkies. I'm going to put them together and drag them right down the top of my nose. What that does is it puts this contour right in the natural shadow of my nose. It's going to make it appear more elongated and just a little bit narrower than it normally is. You can fill in your eyebrows with contour. You can use it as eyeshadow. You can even line your lips. So you get a lot of bang for your buck out of this small tin. Each one of these tins are individual. That's how we can custom color match them to you. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is come to a brighter shade or a little bit lighter shade. It is like, we call it a brightening highlight. If you use a contour, a concealer, this is more like your concealer shade. It's going to be a color. While you thought the contour was probably too dark for my face, you're going to think that the brightening highlight is too light. But again, it's a concealer shade. So we're going to brighten the center part of the face. So I came right between those two contour lines, and you will see, look how much narrower my nose looks. So we're just sculpting our face and giving a little more pleasant of a look for mature skin. So here we go. We're going to catch the Cupid's bow and we're going to catch the center of the chin. Now, we're going to highlight the eyes. So I'm going to come to the outer corner. I'm not going to go underneath my eye because I have crepe skin under there. So we want just a little bit of product to go under there when we blend. I'm going to show you how we accomplish that. And then we're going to go right here up into my temple. Now, what are we doing? We're lifting the face. Look how this eye looks more awake, more lifted than this one does. Well, we can fix that real quick. We're going to come and just brighten the outer corner and then make a focal point up into the temple, just like we did on the other side. Again, we're camouflaging. We are using the shades in the right place like a hunter does. He wants to blend in. We are standing out what we want you to see and blending in what we don't. So let's come and catch the inner corners of the eye. And I like to come right down the side of my nose. That gives you just that little bit of a lift that we all need from time to time. Again, I'm 68, so I need all the lifting I can get. Now, notice when I smile, I have these, I don't know what the technical term is. It's labial something. I call them laugh lines and marionette lines. They create their own shadow because they are a fold. Now, mine aren't terrible. I've seen some my age that have them worse. But if you take just your brightening highlighter, your concealer shade, and you go into that fold, you can take the shadow away to where it's not as noticeable. And again, that's what we're doing. We're sculpting the face by using different shades, and it's you only a little bit better. That's all it is. Now we're going to move to my main shade. Main shade is just that, our main highlight. It is the color of, closest to the color of your natural skin. And we use it as like a fill-in shade, for lack of a better term. We are just filling in where we don't have any other makeup. And again, one layer. We're not piling on. It's one layer, and we are... Oh my goodness, they made this so much smaller since the last time I was live. Let me get my glasses because I certainly can't read without them. All right. Okay, great. So here we go. We're going to continue to place our main shade. Now, I do have rosacea, but it is not active right now. It is in good shape. But normally this would cover, you're going to get a good coverage with this cream makeup. It's still going to look natural and it's going to give you that glow. If you want a full coverage look, you just use a different brush. If you want a light coverage, you use a different brush. I'll be using the, what we call the 3D brush because I like a medium coverage. Now, we're just going to come up here and we are going to put this shade, my main shade, right in between where my brightening highlight is and my contour. So you can see the three shades that we're using on my face. I have my contour, which looks way too dark. I have my brightener, which looks way too light. And then we have my main shade, which is the closest to the color of my natural skin. So simple, so easy. This concept is wonderful. Now, we're going to use the shade of Trapicana today as our lip and cheek, and it's just what it says, lips and cheeks. So I'm going to take my blush shade, lip shade, whatever you want to call it, and I'm going to go right in between where the focal point for the lift, the brightening shade is. Then I have my blush, then I have my contour. Same thing over here. You don't want to go past the corner of the eye and keep everything high and lifted. Now, a lot of times you hear, put it on the apples of your cheeks. The apples of my cheeks are down here now. I don't want to do that because that's just going to drag everything down. We want to lift. Keep everything high and everything lifted. Now, let's put some of this on these here lips. Okay. And I think that Trapicana is a semi-gloss, if that matters to anyone. But it's a really pretty coral shade. It's one that I love to wear. It goes with just about anything, and to me it kind of looks a little bit like spring. Now, you know what else you can do with it? You can also use it as eyeshadow. Look how stinking pretty that is. And again, you're doing your whole face in one compact. There we go. One palette, my entire face, even a little bit of an eyeshadow with my Lip&Cheek. Okay, we're finished with the application. Now we're going to grab our 3B brush and we're going to blend. This is where we're going, since we strategically placed everything, we're going to strategically blend it. We want everything to stay in its own lane. Now, I like to start at my neck and just gently circle around to where that contour is, and you want to create a nice shadow. You don't want to blend it to where it goes away. You want to see how the shadow is there. That's what you want to stay. You don't want it to look like mud, but you don't want to blend it away. Now, I'm going to start right here with my main shade, and we're just going to come around and blend. And what I'm doing is pressing this cream makeup into my skin to where it is going to wear and move with my face. It's going to wear like a second skin. It's not going to dry to a cakiness because it is already dry. It's going to leave that glow that we love and that we had in our younger days. And we're just going to gently tap and press. There we go. It doesn't settle into my lines and wrinkles. See how you can't see it in there? I remember when I was wearing, and it was a good brand. It wasn't like it was cheap makeup. It was a good brand. And when it would come to where my wrinkles were, it didn't look bad when I first put the liquid on or the powder. But after an hour, then you could see every line I had in my face. This doesn't happen with the cream. This is just, oh, it's good stuff. It is such good stuff. Now, we're going to just tap up on the contour and soften. See how you want to keep the shadows there. You don't want to blend it out. You can blend too much and then you blend it out. You want to keep the light shades where we put them. You want to keep the main shade where we put it, and you want to keep the contour where we put it. We're just going to marry the ends together once we blend. So we're going to come up here. The contour is a little bit different of a consistency of the highlights, so it's a little bit thicker, so you do have to circle blend it just a little bit. And do take it up into your hairline. You don't want to have that white shade, that white line that's right there by your hair. You want to bring it down or go up into the hairline so that it's not the white line that we sometimes get. Now, we're going to come to the cheeks. What we're going to do, or what I like to do, is just stipple up and down on the contour to soften it, then grab it with the Lip&Cheek or the blush and drag it up into the temple. There you go. Same thing over here. Just give it a soft blend and then get it up into the temple, and you're just tapping. Now, this right here is not contour. That's a loss of volume. You see, I have it on both sides. Loss of volume from my face from when I experienced a weight loss on purpose. I actually tried to lose the weight, but my face went in. So yeah, I always have these two loss of volume shadows on my face that I don't think you can do anything about. If you can, I don't know what it is. Now we're going to come up here and just tap on this Lip&Cheek we put for our eyeshadow, and there you go. We are done. This is literally 3 to 5 minute makeup, depending upon how fast you are. This is Seint with an E. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. but it's one compact and one brush, one layer of makeup. Notice how we didn't just put our main shade on and then come back with some concealer, then come back with some blush, and then come back to where it all just builds up on your face. At 68, I'm past that. I can't do that because I do have like wrinkles, as you can see. You can see too the crepe skin under my eye. I don't have anything settling in there as well because we didn't put a massive amount under there. Now, how do you get started with Seint? That is so simple. You just need to be color matched, and that's what you have me for. I would love to be your artist. I just need a makeup-free selfie. Up in the copy, there will be a number that you just #match, text to, and it will send you the link. Go to a window in your home that has natural light coming in. I want you to open the curtains and look outside of that window. Let the natural light hit your makeup-free face. Yes, I know, I hated that too. Makeup-free. Look directly into your phone and take a selfie and send it to me. I'll be so happy to color match you. The color match is 100% free and no obligation whatsoever to buy. What happens if you order? Thank you. What if you don't like it? That is so simple. Seint has a 30-day money-back guarantee. No questions asked. You mail it back in, you get your money back. It's just that simple. I thank you for joining me today. You've blessed me with your presence. You be the reason someone smiles today, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.